Hi, my name is Jason, and I'm singing through Les Miserables because I'm auditioning to be your next favorite performer. And I wanted to share the thing that made me first ever want to perform. So I'm going to be singing the Parole song slash the Bishop song, which is actually not on this CD version that I grew up. This is the one I grew up listening to, the original Broadway cast. And the full thing is on the 10th anniversary, and so I'm going to use the iPad for the first part of it because I don't know it super well. If you've never seen Les Miserables and you've been following along, then our main character, Jean Valjean, has just been released from the chain gang or prison gang, whatever, slave labor, basically enslavement of criminals, for stealing a loaf of bread. He was there for 19 years, and now that he's left, he's been given a yellow passport, basically a yellow piece of paper that gives his information. And that way, everywhere he goes, because they ask for your papers, they'll see that he's a criminal. And the beginning of this song is how he's so optimistic about the world, but jaded, and then the world basically treats him terribly. And it's not just rich people that treat him terribly, it's regular people that treat him terribly, until he comes to find a bishop that takes him in. So I'm going to sing it, and then I'm going to share why I think it's important, why it's important to me, and I hope you enjoy. All right, here we go. Freedom is mine, the earth is still, I feel the wind, I breathe again, and the sky clears, the world is waking. Drink from the pool, how clean the taste. Never forget the years, the waste, nor forgive them for what they've done. They are the guilty, everyone. The day begins, and now let's see what this new world will do for me. And then he goes to work, and then this farmer takes his stuff and throws him down. You'll have to go. I'll pay you off for the day. Collect your bits and pieces there and be on your way. You have given me half what the other men get. This handful of tin couldn't buy my sweat. You broke the law. It's there for people to see. Why should you get the same as honest men like me? And now I know how freedom feels. Oh, sorry. And now I know how freedom feels. A jailer always at your heels. It is the law. This piece of paper in my hand makes me curse across the land. It is the law. Like a cur, I walk the street, the dirt beneath their feet. And then this is the bishop. The bishop comes out. Come in, sir, for you are weary, and the night is cold out there. Though our lives are very humble, what we have to share. There is wine here to revive you. There is bread to make you strong. There's a bed to rest till morning. Rest from pain and rest from wrong. Miss Valjean, he let me eat my fill. I had the lion's share. The silver in my hand cost twice what I had earned. In all those 19 years, that lifetime of despair. And yet he trusted me. The old fool trusted me. He'd done his bit of good. I played the grateful serf and thanked him like I should. And when the house was still, I got up in the night, took the silver, took my flight. He goes away. Tell his reverence your story. Let us see if he's impressed. You were lodging here last night. You were the honest bishop's guest. And then out of Christus goodness, when he learned about your plight, you maintain he made a present of this silver. That is right. But my friend, you left so early. Surely something slipped your mind. You forgot I gave these also. Would you leave the best behind? So, messieurs, you may release him, for this man has spoken true. I commend you for your duty. May God's blessings go with you. And they leave, and they turn to Valjean. But remember this, my brother. See in this some higher plan. You must use this precious silver to become an honest man. By the witness of the martyr, by the passion and the blood, God has raised you out of darkness. I have bought your soul for God. I forgot to warm up, so I'm a little low. Okay, so then Jean Valjean turns. Now the bishop leaves. Sorry, I couldn't hit that note, so I dropped my lines. Oh, no, then the next song. It's the next song. That's why I forgot. Yeah, the bishop forgives him, and gives him the silver cutlery and the silver candlesticks. And the reason why, to me, this is such a powerful scene is it really challenges a lot of what we think about in our morality. Much of our modern day morality is built around this idea of law givers and law breakers, law followers, rule followers. And here we have this act of unmitigated grace, not just letting in Jean Valjean, but forgiving him for even stealing from him. And I wonder, for a lot of us, myself included, how many of us are so scared of being taken advantage of, so scared of somebody taking from us or stealing from us, that it actually stops us from being gracious, and it makes us come up with a worldview of society that is not gracious, that is not forgiving. And then you also have that extra quandary in which the bishop lies on his behalf. And so the moral argument of never lying, of always telling the truth, if that's the framework with which you live in, then the bishop is sinning on behalf of Jean Valjean. And this is a really complex idea. I think it's still a complex idea even today in our modern society. And in fact, for me in a past life, not past life, but before, I was a youth pastor for 10 years. And a lot of that time, I think for me, was trying to be this bishop, was basically just trying to see everybody that came into my ministry, everybody that I came across, as, hey, you are a complex individual and you may have done things that have hurt other people, but you've also been hurt by other people. And to me, that power of, well, what if somebody actually just treated you with kindness? What if somebody actually just treated you with belonging and grace and compassion? How powerful would that be? And part of the beauty of this musical is that it isn't always powerful enough, that there are some people that will choose their framework, that will choose even oblivion instead of accepting that grace and allowing that grace to redeem them. And I feel like right now, not just religiously, but societally, we all have to kind of grapple with that. How much are we willing to be taken advantage of? How much are we willing to show compassion and generosity and grace and forgiveness to people that we deem as others, that we deem as maybe less than, or even that we deem as sinners, or people that we deem as like rule breakers? What is our relationship with them? How do we react to that? And I think ultimately for me, it still comes back to that's what you're asking for yourself, right? And that's if there is cosmic justice, divine justice, or even just internal sense of justice. It is, well, the ways in which I treat these other people, that is the way that I either want to be treated or am going to be treated, was treated, or think that I'm going to be treated. And to me, I think the power of Les Miserables, the power of any conviction of generosity and kindness is to break that cycle, to say, no, 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 I'm not, even if I was treated that way, I am not going to now treat other people that way. I'm going to set a new pattern. And it's what I've tried to do in my life, to different levels of success, I guess. And it's still what I try to do in my life. And large part of it is because I learned this song as a little kid. So thanks for listening.